Hello, this is Mrs. Montoya-Rodriguez again. Today what we're going to do is we're going to be adding whole numbers but also decimals. What we're going to do is we're going to be thinking of money more than anything else because decimals looks like money, but in this case we're just going to have some nice whole numbers. This would be like if you go to the store and you're going to buy a cell phone and you're going to buy a nice case for it. You might be paying $345 for a cell phone, $69 for the case. Now, how are we going to set up this problem? Step one is we're going to line up the numbers by place value. So we're going to put this number and we're going to go over here and look at place value. We see ones, tens, hundreds. You guys remember that from elementary school. We're going to take our original numbers and let me slide this over so that you can see it. We're going to take these numbers. These are our ones, so we're going to line these up here. All right, so we're going to put 345. Here's my 5 is my ones, 4 is my tens, and this 3 is my hundreds. I'm going to line it here. This 9 is my ones, and my 6 is my tens. And we're ready to step 2, and of course step 2 is to add. Okay, so let's do that. Here, 5 plus 9 is 14. Well, we cannot put the 1 here. We need to carry it. So we're going to carry it to the top. And now we have 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 plus 6 is 11. One more time, we need to carry it because we cannot put the 1 here. We need to carry it on top. That's our tens. 1 plus 3 is 4. So it would cost you $414 for this telephone and for the case to get it. All right? So that is the problem. Remember, line up your decimal points. All right, let's try a second example. Quantities are much bigger. We've got 1,592 plus 2,408. Again, we're going to line up, we're going to take our place value. Here our 2 is in the ones position and our 8 is in the ones position. Okay, so this is ones in the first number. The 2 is a ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. 1, 10, hundreds, thousands. So let me line it up and get this ready for us to add. So I'm going to put my 2 here. It's my ones. My 9 is a tens. This is hundreds for the 5. And a 1 for my thousands. We're going to add it together. All right, let's put the 8 here for our ones. So we're starting at the right. 0 tenths. We've got 4 hundredths and 2 thousandths. All right, and remember step 2 is to add, so that's what we're going to do. Okay, 2 plus 8 is 10. One more time, we cannot put the number here. We need to carry it. 1 plus 9 is 10. Plus 0 is 10. Carry the 1. 1 plus 5 is 6. 6 plus 4 is 10. Carry the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. And the total amount would be 4,000. Right? Kind of a nice one. But anyway, this is just to review how we do addition. We're going to go ahead and do addition of decimals. Those of you in my class, what I want you to do is I want you to write down some notes first. I want you to write down adding decimals. When we add decimals, we're thinking of money. We really are thinking money now because now it's dollars and cents. Okay, the cents are usually our decimals, right? Okay, so if I was buying a t-shirt and it costs $10.25 and I want to add $75 for the shoes, I want to know how much I'm going to spend total. The shoes are $75. All right, step 1 will be to line up the numbers by place value just like we did with the whole numbers, but also you need to pay attention to decimal points. All right, and when we put our numbers, we've got to remember that this is $75. Think about what it looks like in the store. We're going to add zeros to the right so that we have place value right here. This is our ones. This is our ones. 7 is our tenths, the 1 is our tenths, but we don't have anything here to match up for these two, okay, for our tenths and our hundredths. So we're going to need to put zeros for that. All right, so go ahead and pause, write these steps down, and then we're going to go on to the math problem. All right, let's go ahead and start. We had $10.25 for the t-shirt. Now remember, $10, 10, our 0 is on our ones position. The $10, the 1 is on the tens position. Remember, we have a decimal point. The 25, 2 is in our tens position, and 5 is in our hundredths position. Okay? This is a little different. All right, now here's where we have to really be careful about things. It's $75, okay? $75. So 5 is in the ones position, and the 7 is in the tens position. Remember, I was telling you that this part is blank. We need to put a decimal point. Now remember, this is what it looks like at the store. $75 might look like that, but it also looks like this. Put a decimal point, 0, 0. Right? Now it looks familiar. It looks like money also. All right. And the next step, all right, step 3 is to add. So step 3. Add. All right, write that down. So let's add. 5 plus 0 is 5. 2 plus 0 is 2. Our decimal point comes straight down. All right? 0 plus 5 is 5. 1 plus 7 is 8. And that makes sense. It makes sense that we spent $85.25. Why does it make sense? Because we spent $75 on the shoes, right? And we spent $10.25 on the t-shirt. Now let's see. Let's look at what some of us do that makes it wrong sometimes. Remember, this is wrong, okay? Wrong. Some people just push everything over, and watch what happen. $10.25 plus $75. If you do this wrong, and this is wrong, look. Bring down the... Does it make sense that we bought something for $10? Sorry, let me get rid of that. For $10.25 plus $75, and it's going to cost us it's going to cost us $11 total. That is not reasonable. It does not make sense. Okay, so be careful. Don't just shove things over. We have to pay attention to place value. That is why this is correct on this side. This is what is reasonable. Okay, make sure that you have something that is reasonable. You have heard that word before. It means it makes sense. All right? It's not that we're going to steal from the store, right? That's not cool. We're going to get a reasonable answer. Okay, so let's be careful about that. We will try this out in class.